Good afternoon, students. Today in SST we'll discuss about chapter 17, that is British Raj and Beyond. No, sorry, it is Winning Freedom, chapter 17. And today we'll discuss about the beginning of Swadeshi movement. So the Indians strongly opposed the partition of Bengal. When the partition of Bengal was done, so it was opposed by Lala Lajpat Rai, Bal Gangadhar Tilak and Bipin Chandra Pal along with Aurobindo Ghosh and other political leaders. They also protested against the government. And the chief motive of the British was to earn profit by turning into a market for their industrial products. Means whatever they want to earn profit, so they used to make in India. Indian leaders asked the people to boycott foreign clothes and products. By doing this, they attacked the British economic interest. Means whatever interest they had, whatever profits they were getting, so it was to attack on them. So they asked the Indians to use products made in India only. So that was the Swadeshi movement. It was aimed to sensitize people towards using the goods and services of their own country. So huge bonfires of British goods were made. Women and students participated in the movement. The Swadeshi movement started in Bengal but soon spread to other parts of India also. Then again unification of Bengal, means it was united again. The partition was over. There was a strong protest against the partition of Bengal. The British government tried to suppress the movement. However, the government was forced to reunite Bengal in 1911. Means in 1905 the partition was done, and in 1911 it was again united. It was seen as a setback and embarrassment for the government. So the capital of India shifted from Calcutta, now as Kolkata, to Delhi. Then India's participation in the First World War. The First World War broke out in 1914. Thousands and thousands of Indian soldiers fought and died for the British Army. And the people hoped that after the World War, British would free India or at least grant for the rights of self-governance. But this did not happen, and more strict they became. They imposed new taxes and brought out new laws also. And one such law was the Rowlatt Act. In this act, in 1919, the act was termed as a Black Act, as it authorized the government to arrest without trial anyone suspicious. Means without any warning, they were allowed to arrest anyone who were working against the government. And in this, Mahatma Gandhi had returned to India, and many leaders were arrested. And Mahatma Gandhi, who had returned from South Africa in 1915, asked people to oppose the unjust British laws. Then came the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. On 13th April 1919, a peaceful public gathering of about 10,000 men, women and children was held in the Jallianwala Bagh in Amritsar to protest against the unlawful policies of the government. So they had all gathered over there, children, men, women. A British officer named General Dyer came with his troops. He blocked the only exit, only on the main gate he blocked it from the park, and opened fire on the innocent public without warning. The firing stopped only when all the ammunitions was used up. Thousands were killed and injured in this incident. This incident sparked fresh roar of protest against the government and gave birth to another great movement. And then the Khilafat movement. The word Khilafat also means protest. The Muslims in India were angered by the treatment meted out to the Sultan of Turkey. So because the Sultan was considered the Caliph, or the religious head of the Muslims in the world over. So when he was insulted, the protest against this was done. Various Indian leaders such as Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, M.A. Ansari, Saifuddin Kichlu and the Ali brothers launched this movement. Then came the non-cooperation movement. In 1920, the non-cooperation movement was launched by Mahatma Gandhi to protest against the Jallianwala Bagh massacre and the unjust laws and unfair attitudes. Then the non-cooperation movement. In 1920, the non-cooperation movement was launched by Gandhiji to protest against the Jallianwala Bagh massacre and the unjust and unfair attitude of the British government. Mahatma Gandhi asked people not to cooperate with the British government. He said you should not cooperate with the British government, and people from all walks of life participated in this movement by peacefully resisting the government. They boycotted foreign clothes, picketed liquor shops, they closed all the liquor shops, then left government schools, colleges and government jobs also, and abandoned government factories also. The non-cooperation movement was a major setback for the government. The movement was later joined by the Khilafat movement and became a bigger problem for the Britishers. This strengthened the Hindu-Muslim unity that the British were wary of. Unfortunately, a violent incident took place in Chauri Chaura in Uttar Pradesh. In this incident, villagers agitated with the killing of some people, set a police station on fire in which 22 policemen were killed. Since Mahatma Gandhi believed in non-violence, he withdrew the non-cooperation movement when it became violent. Thank you.